development. For example, maybe in the past, they used to just bring development initiatives in the community. When they say when they have redefined it, that means they don't just take that development to the community, but first of all, they have to consult the community members. Everybody in your community, what are you lacking? What do you need? So when you bring about that development, it means you're meeting the needs of the members of the community. Rather than putting any idea that you have, you just take that development initiative. Yes, it's a development initiative. Then you bring it to that community without the consultation of the community. And you find out by the end of the day, you find out those people might not use that development initiative. They'll be excited for the first time. Have you heard of some communities whereby they have been given an initiative, a development initiative, whereby after years it's no longer being used the way it was said to be used? So when they say we define the same development, but you just change the way of doing things so that it meets the needs of the people. In defining is about improving or coming up with better mechanisms on how to improve the already existing strategies. So that's what gender development is all about. It's about defining gender roles. The gender roles which have already been there, which have existed for a long time, but gender and development comes in to redefine these gender roles. And expectations. So women are expected to fulfill household management tasks, home-based production, as well as bearing and raising children and caring for family members. So the role of the wife is largely interpreted as the responsibilities of motherhood. Men, now we're talking about the different roles. We're talking about the difference. Remember, we said gender development comes into redefine gender roles and expectations. So we'll say what are the gender roles that exist in our community? Women are expected to fulfill the household management tasks, home-based production, as well as bearing and raising children and caring for family members. So the role of the wife is largely interpreted as the responsibilities of motherhood. Men, however, are expected to be breadwinners, associated with paid work and market production. So in the labor market, women tend to earn less than men. Women tend to earn less than women. Women tend to earn less than men. For instance, a study by the Equality and Human Rights Finance companies, women receive around 80% less performance-related pay than their male colleagues. That's the study that was done back then. They found despite men and women are in the same position, but we find out women are getting less as compared to men. Women getting less as compared to men. Same position can be CEO, same position, but we find out women are getting less, men are getting more. So in response to pervasive gender inequality, the Beijing Platform for Action established gender mainstreaming in 1995 as a strategy across all policy areas or at all levels of governance for achieving gender equality. What is gender mainstreaming? We're saying because of these challenges that I've just talked about, we stick with the Beijing Platform for Action came up with established gender mainstreaming. What did you say is the meaning of gender mainstreaming? Number dictionary, one we said as a dictionary, and it said these words you are going to find in the book. But if you don't understand them now, so we have gender mainstreaming, what is it? And today we simply look at gender mainstreaming. What is gender mainstreaming? Masuk dalam berat dalam berat. So gender mainstreaming has to do with making of policies, whereby you come up with some policies or you analyze policies, right? The policies that you make should be able to meet the needs of the people. So that's why you find the Beijing platform, they came in. They came in in 1995. The Beijing platform came in 1995 as a strategy across all policies areas at all levels for achieving gender equality. That means you remember when gender development looks at the roles, the gender roles that exist between men and women. It mainly focuses on redefining these gender roles. So that's why this Beijing platform actually came in to do the gender mainstreaming, to reassess or to define the already existing policies that were put in place, so that by the end of the day, gender equality is achieved. Is it making sense? I think there's one thing that I did give room to say any questions. I'm just here now. I've talked a lot.
No, but it's making sense.
It's
making sense.
Make what?
It's making sense.
I'm fast. I'm fast in what? Explaining?
Yeah, as a friend you sit down
I think I'm just fast in reading it. I'm repeating these things every day. If you are paying attention, whereas you need to stress a point and repeat it several times, 2-3 times. Come on, the reading. Otherwise, you have these things on your phone and you can download them. So the reading of the content is when I've read and I'm explaining, at least I make sure I'm able to slow down a bit. Now we able to understand the concept of gender and development. Can we be able to differentiate it from women in development, women and women? I don't know if I know things to appear. You should expect something from this. So, gender and development has been largely tried in debate regarding development. But this trend is not seen in actual practice of developmental agencies and plans for development. Gender development has been largely utilized in debates regarding development. But this trend here, gender development, is not seen in the actual practice of development agencies and plans for development. So according to Caroline Moser, claims women in development persist due to the challenging nature of development. So, Caroline Caroline claims that women's development persists due to the challenging nature of gender and development. So I said gender development is not seen actual practice in the development agencies and plans. Yes, it's theoretical, but now when it comes to action, it's not being seen. So, we see Kuti Sherry counters this claim, noting that the real issue lies in the tendency to overlap women in development and gender and development in policies. So there's an issue whereby when it comes to my policies, women in development and gender development, they overlap. So therefore, it will only be possible if development agencies adopted gender development language exclusively. Caroline Moser developed the Moser Gender Planning Framework for GAD, oriented development planning in the 1980s while working at the Development Planning Unit of the University of London. Working with Karen, she expanded it into a methodology for gender policies and planning. So here we're just looking at criticism. They're trying to, we have my scholars, the Caroline, the Shireen, and the like. They're trying to criticize the concept of gender development and women and development. So they're criticizing, they're saying gender and development, yes, it's a very good concept, but now when it comes to policies, it's just, most of the agencies, they are not putting them into practice. Otherwise, when they're coming up with my policies, there's an overlap of women in development ideology and gender and development. Is it making sense, guys? I think it would be well understood if you go and read, but that's the ideology. Scholars trying to criticize, trying to analyze these concepts, the gender development and the women in development concept. So let us look at the criticism. They say gender development has been criticized for emphasizing on social differences between men and women. So it has been criticized for emphasizing the social differences between men and women while neglecting the bond between them. So, gender and development is criticized for emphasizing on social differences, it's neglecting the bond. What is the relationship of these differences between men and women? So it's neglecting the bond between them and also the potential for changes in roles. So another criticism is that gender and development does not dig deep. It does not dig deep enough into social relations.
Sex purposes, but it neglects what?
It neglects the bond between them. That means it neglects the bond between these gender, these social differences. It emphasizes on the social differences without neglecting the bond. So it only looks at one side, what are the differences. Now, it does not look at what is the bond, what is the relationship of these differences. It only concentrates on one thing. But also, this gender development, it does not dig deep, it does not dig deep into the social relations. Mind mistakenly, apart from the gender role, it also looks into the social relations. So the thing, it does not dig deep, it does not go into the details of these social relations, and so may not explain how these relations can undermine programs directed at women. It just talks about these social relationships, but it does not go deep. Whereby if it went deep, it would explain how these relations can undermine programs directed at women. There are a lot of programs that are being directed at women. But how can these social relations be undermined by these programs that are being directed by women? So, the other criticism is that it does not uncover the type of trade-offs. It does not uncover the types of trade-offs that women are prepared to make for the sake of achieving the ideals for marriage and motherhood. It does not uncover the trade-offs. So, they're saying, yes, we're saying women should participate in development, but there are some things it does not cover the sacrifices. There are the trade-offs with the sacrifices. What are some of the sacrifices that women make in order to be part of and parcel of this gender development thing? There are a lot of sacrifices that women who are actively participating in development make in their families. Do you agree with that? The sacrifices, if you look at those notable, influential women who are actively participating in the development of their nations, there are a lot of sacrifices that they make of their marriages and motherhood. What are some of the sacrifices that these women make?
They are not there for their children always.
They are not there for their children always. Because of that, they have come up with an ideology that most of these working mothers they hire maids to help them meet them or cover up the children that is supposed to be there in the home. So those are some of the sacrifices that these women make. They are not always there for their families. So they are supposed to, they try their best to put it, despite of the trade-offs that they make, but they still strive to make sure they balance up their families as well as their careers. So gender development does not uncover these trade-offs. It does not. So those are the three criticisms of gender and development. One, the social difference between men and women, while neglecting the bond between them. Two, it does not dig deep enough into the social relations. Three, it does not uncover the types of trade-offs that women are prepared to make for the sake of achieving the ideals of marriage or motherhood. So another criticism is that gender and development perspective is theoretically distinct from women in development. But in practice, programs seem to have elements of both. So that is the fourth criticism. The fourth criticism is gender and development perspective is theoretically distinct from women in development. But in practice, program seems to have elements of both. So in theory, it looks to be different from women in development. When it comes to practice, you find that it's overlapped. Their policies overlap with those of women in development. So that's another criticism. Theoretically, it's distinct from women in development. Practically, the program seems to have elements of both women in development and gender and development. It's not that unique when it comes to the practicality of it. So while many development agencies are now committed to a gender approach to practice, a very good example is Bukanova. So we're talking about gender development. Gender development. That's gender development. We're looking at the social relations, we're looking about the gender roles in society. Now, when you go background, you find out we're doing women development. A lot of women. Hello? Me, I'm just here to enlighten you. The final decision is yours. I'm just trying to enlighten you on how things are practical on the ground. How now take up and apply them as a gender development practitioner, it's up to you. So then, this gender development, theoretically, very good. It talks about social relations, it talks about gender roles, all that we talked about, but now when it comes to my programs and my policies, we find out they are overlapping those of the ideologies of women in development. Any questions, any comments? So you see this concept, women in development, women and development, gender development. If you are not here in class, can you be able to differentiate them?
No.
Yeah?
No.
Or according to class, you are reading your own. You still need at least someone or you need your friends, you discuss over it, you brainstorm and share ideas. And that's when you see, when you're reading them, when you're just reading them, they look to be the same. Women in development, women and development, gender and development. They sound to be the same. But now when you study them deeply, that's when you see, and now, when you see the body they are doing practice background, that's what we are now. Practically, things that are being done background, gender development, yes, theoretically good, but when it comes to the ground, you see their policies, their programs, they overlap with those of women in development. Any questions, comments? So, while many development agencies are now committed to a gender approach in practice, the primary institutional perspective remains focused on women in development approach. Specifically, the language of gender development has been incorporated in women in development programs. So there is a spiral of relatives where gender mainstreaming is often based in a single normative perspective as synonymous to women. So development agencies still advance gender transformation to mean economic betterment for women. Further criticisms of gender and development is its insufficient attention. That means this one should be the fifth one, criticism. Insufficient attention to culture, with a new framework being offered instead. So, the other criticism, the fifth one, is that it doesn't give much attention to culture. What is culture?
Culture is the way of life.
So you can see the culture is different from society to society. So this gender development, it does not pay much attention to culture. Instead, women, culture, and development. So it does not pay attention to culture with a new framework being offered. Instead, women, culture, and development. So this framework, unlike God, couldn't look at women as victims, but rather evaluate the safe world life of women through the context of language and practice of gender, the global south, and culture. So that's gender and development. Any questions? Any comments? So if you no questions, no comments. So if you differentiate these three, women in development, women and development, gender and development, how do you differentiate it? I think I should give each one of you five in video thing. How would you differentiate women in development, women and development, and gender and development? Everyone, just 5 minutes of meditation. You write down something. How would you differentiate these differences? I'm giving you 5 minutes, everyone is going through that. From their understanding of what you have covered. To only put it America. Ngia lana. I like by how do you differentiate women in development from women in development and gender in development? How do you differentiate this? What is the ideology behind this concept? Okay, 5 minutes. And it's like meditating. What's that outside? Kuna uskuru leo bila shughuliza. Lazima ndio wakumba kwao. The same when you graduate it. Has been Germany. Yes, because you're going to really want your vision. Nobody is coming from your head.
Summarization.
Come on, make it right. But talk a lot. A lot and talk. Kuna nani wanataka kidogo? Kwa moja ni moja.
Ndio.
Mimi ndio wanataka kidogo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Abacho mwafija. Afija ni watatu. Awije?
Mmoja.
Ego fiji moja. Mena mtano. Kwa hiyo sio ni moja wewe? Yes. Who's going to start for us? Who's going to educate us? Now I'm a student. Who's going to enlighten us? When you're talking, assume I don't know anything. I want to learn something from you. Assume you're talking to someone who doesn't know anything. How would you explain to them the 3 concepts? Yes. Yeah.
What is the stuff? Okay, women and development focuses on developing women by involving them in development, so that they should understand their roles and responsibilities. Their roles and responsibilities in different developments in their communities.
That means that.
Women at the moment is all about. It's all about developing women's life by involving them in different development in their communities, which makes them to understand their roles and responsibilities in different kinds of development. While women in development, the first one is women and development. Women and development, not women and development. Okay. Women and development, involving women in different development in their community, helping them to understand their roles and responsibilities in this development. Women in development, developing women's life after the development have been made. While gender development focuses on gender roles in developing society.
Women in development focus more on linking women issues with development. This is like initiatives, women and development initiatives in order to empower the women. And this only focus on women, not the other things. Women and development now is more focused and it only focuses on women. It comes from women in development, but it is been put in practice. Yeah, they are practicing in women in development. They are practicing what they have developed in women in development. While gender and development, it focuses on both males and females in theory, but in practice, it only focuses on women.
Women in development focuses on the role of women in economic and social development. It is there to promote the participation of women in all aspects of development, while women in development emphasizes the theories and the practicals to development of women. Like on the theories, we are talking about the things of capitalism and the issues of the patriarch. Then on the gender and development is the social approach that deals with the challenging of gender roles and the effects of different classes in development.
Women in development is the approach which it deals more with the theory and the practical in the women by empowering women in practicing some activities. Women and development is an approach which do more on the practice in the development of women. Gender and development it deals more on gender roles and is also an approach which looks more on the social difference of men and women in the development.
Women in development was developed in Washington in 1970. It was more on including women. It focused more on including women in development. That's women in development. Women and development. Women and development was developed in 1975 in Mexico. It focused more on the theories and practices trying to develop women in society. Gender development focus on gender roles that affect both men and women.
What does this tell us in conclusion? What you just explained?
It tells us that we know a few. We just know a few things from this.
So if you are writing an 8 in 5 months.
By sense, the examples,
expect this one end of terms, expect this one to be the shoulder. Yeah, come on, expect anything from me. Yeah. This one, you seriously need to read and do research. Any questions, any comments? If there are no questions, if there are no comments, that's what we prepare, that we share the agenda today. However, the agenda is that women development, gender development, sexuality. If we meet, you're going to put something else.
Okay.
But, so well done. Have you ever listened? Yeah. Mhm.